Welcome everyone to yesterday's WNBA news from the 3rd of September 2024. We had 4 WNBA games, no NBA news today, so let's get right straight into it as the Mercury beat the Dream 74-66, and with the win, Mercury clinched a playoff spot as, Chicago also lost against the Sky. Chicago lost against the Sky. The Chicago Sky lost against the Aces, which meant for the Mercury a playoff spot clinch. Tina Charles versus Brittany Griner was a really fun matchup here. Both went at each other and it was real fun to watch. And Kalia Cooper had a really great game, especially from the start. She put a lot of pressure on the Dream defense. She got to the foul line a lot. The shot looked really pure and good today. And I mean, when she plays like this, when she's on one, the Mercury look great. But I mean, the thing is, like she has to if they want to be good or win in a way. Obviously, they can win without her playing like a god, which I put here, but it feels like that's their best, most sustainable way of success in a way, if she can just be a superstar in a way. Which, I don't know, I still feel like the whole Phoenix Mercury team just lacks the identity, but if Kalia Cooper is on right, if Brittany Griner continues to just improve upon everything throughout the season, right into the playoffs, maybe Diana Taurasi can turn it up a little bit in the playoffs. They still got some shooters around them, so we'll see. But defensively, obviously, they are lacking still a little bit with Diana's age, and I mean, she's still an okay defender, but it feels like she lost a step there. So we'll see. We'll see about the Mercury, but they had a really good defensive night besides Ryan Howard, who was on one. She was absolutely on one today. She had 31 points and she was incredible. But other than that, the Mercury put the clamps on the Dream and it was a really good win for them and a playoff clinching win, obviously. While the Aces beat the Sky, which, I mean, to no one's surprise, right? The Sky just continued to turn the ball over a lot. They struggle offensively early on. No Kennedy Carter still, right? Or I didn't see her, I don't think she played, or did she? Am I actually tripping? I don't think she played, right? Yeah, she did not play still. So they continue to struggle offensively early on. At least you keep seeing some great things from Camila Cardoso and Angel Reese, even though Camila was in foul trouble to start the game, and I mean, she was in foul trouble the whole game because of the pressure the Aces put on her. But, I mean, they just need an off-season where Angel Reese gets to work even more on her post touches and finishing around the rim, maybe a little mid-range. And, I mean, next year is the year they should be looking to truly make a push for the playoffs and to maybe even contend. While the Aces obviously still want to get that repeat done. And Asia Wilson has been once again incredible. 30 points, 14 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 blocks on 10 of 19 shooting from the field. Incredible as always. The 3 ball is still looking great, which I mean is scary for the opposing sides. Even without Kelsey Plum, Tiffany Hayes has been really incredible and stepping up, and Megan Gustafson has played some really good minutes. I would say if you get good minutes from Gustafson and Hayes, that's the X factor for the Aces. Obviously, if you can get some really, one more player in there with those two, and the obvious 4 stars on this team in Clark, in Coulson, in Stokes, in Martin, the Aces will be good to go. But it feels like Gustafson and Hayes are developing really good ways and habits right now, and that should bode really well for the Aces in the upcoming games and obviously in the playoffs that are, I mean, soon here. While the Mystics beat the Wings 90-86. Julie Van Loo had a really great fourth quarter to set things up there for the Mystics after what was a really grimy game throughout the first 3 quarters. The Mystics dominated the 3-point battle while the Wings were absolutely destroying them on the boards and in the paint. But Satu Sabali had an off night. She was just 3 of 11, and Natasha Howard also didn't play as well as she usually does. They weren't able to take it sounds weird, but as much of a rebounding advantage and points in the paint advantage they had, it feels like they did not use it as well as you would think. While there was some cool tension between Angstler, who had a really great game, she had 19 and 10 today on 8 of 14 shooting from the field, and Satu Sabali, which was intriguing to watch. And lastly, we had the Storm beat the Sun. The Storm finally get a good win here, as obviously for the Sun, the Bree Jones touches continue to be up, especially here against Seattle, which obviously won them the game earlier on, Sunday. But it feels like the offensive identity of the Sun is still a little questionable. Marina Maber had a really bad night today. She barely played minutes. And other than that, obviously Devana Bonner stepped up for her. Breonna Jones had a really good game, but maybe they should have even went to her even more. But I mean, there were no other threats besides Devana Bonner today. It felt like the offense for the Sun will be questionable when we think about them in the grand scheme of things. While the Storm finally get a good, great win in a way. All the stars, quote unquote, were great. Jewel Lloyd had a really solid game. Skylar Diggins-Smith had a really good game. Gabby Williams had her best game since her return. She had 11 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists on 5 of 8 shooting from the field. Neka Ogwumaiki had a really good game, and that's what you need to see. And they obviously actually won the points in the paint battle today, so they did a really good job actually, in a way protecting the paint and forcing the Sun away, while obviously themselves working the paint really well. While all these results also result in a thing that is incredible, and that's the Fever clinching a playoff spot here with the Dream, aka the Atlanta Dreams, and Chicago Sky losses, and they are officially clinched for the playoffs. And they also play against the Sparks tonight. Is the only matchup of the night, and that's it. That's gonna do it for now. I might do the X Factors video today finally, as I have settled down a little bit, but I'm kinda searching for my identity, my motivations and stuff, so we'll see. I might not. As always, be kind to yourself and others, be gentle with yourselves, and I'll catch you all wherever, whenever. Love.